Let's talk about it. We gon' talk about it. Let's talk about it. We gon' talk about it. Let's talk about it. We gon' talk about it. Let's talk about it. We gon' talk about it. This is extra strip talk. We gon' talk about it. We gon' talk about it. We gon' talk about it. This is extra strip talk. We gon' talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. This is extra strip talk. We gon' talk about it. We gon' talk about it. We gon' talk about it. This is extra strip talk. We gon' talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Yo, it's your boy Booski the General.
And you got Moe, the gutter country comedian.
Thank y'all for tuning in to Extra Strength Talk Podcast. What's up with you, Moe, man? What you been on, man?
Oh, man, nothing much, man. Doing this thing called weight loss.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up, man.
Trying to lose a couple pounds. But, you know, at first, what I used to do, I used to just buy my shirt a couple sizes too big and make people believe I was losing weight.
Yeah.
But in reality, I wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was fooling myself because I didn't want to realize what was going on. I'm just keeping it real, man.
Yeah. So you so what made you want to get on the losing weight thing?
Well, man, first of all, man, you know, it got to the point where I couldn't even tie my shoes up. You know what I'm saying? When I realized, goddamn it, I tie one shoe up, then it take me 15 minutes to tie the other one up. And when I tied the other one up, I was tired of the motherfucker. Looked like I had worked 12 hours. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Like that. So it was taking that much out of you.
It was draining, man. I mean, like, I understand what people saying now. Like when you try to climb a flight of stairs, and just like you going up the stairs with a case of beer, or you got groceries and shit, man, like you carrying another person.
Right.
I mean, that shit hard on you, man. Stressful, man.
Man.
Shit.
Hey, well, shit. Good luck to you on your journey, bro. You know, I done dropped a few pounds myself. You know.
I know, and you look good.
Yeah,
and like I told him, I thought about one of the weight loss surgeries. I talked to doctors and everything.
Yeah.
But you know, just like this podcast, that's another reason why I wanted to try it. You know, I sit here, we do the podcast, we go back and look at it.
Yeah.
Only thing you can hear is my fat ass breathing in the microphone. You see what I'm saying? I got to change my life.
You're going to have to compress your vocals a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Man. I got to change my life, though, bro.
But the good part about it is that you recognize it.
Yeah, I recognize
it. You recognize it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because health is wealth. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got health problems and that, you know, everybody got something going on. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, to combat my situation, I lost some weight. You know what I'm saying? So, that's you know, I'm trying to be here for a minute.
Me too. And the thing is that I realized I was losing a lot of family and friends. I ain't saying losing them to death. I mean, they stopped fucking with me. And the reason being, because every time I see them, man, can you help me tie my shoes up? You see what I'm saying? And I mean, I couldn't do it.
Right.
I couldn't do it, man. I mean, so they say, oh man, here come Marie, you know, here come Moe, that motherfucker. They cut out the style right. Because they know, man, help me tie my shoes up,
they treating you like they go Debo, tuck your chain and shit.
Here come Debo, yeah. So you know what I'm saying? I had to make some life changing decisions. Yeah, man. But man, look here. I got this little ugly motherfucking friend of mine, man. This nigga, he pissed me off, man. But I'm gonna tell you, I told that motherfucker, man, I'm gonna call you. I need to holler at you about something.
So let's get him live.
See if we can get him live, man.
Let's see if we can get him live.
Man, call him and see if we can't get him on the phone. He might answer. He might, man. And then he answered the phone so disrespectful, man.
He doing that.
Hello.
Hey, what up, man? What's going the fuck on, man?
What's happening, man?
I don't know. You tell me with your little disrespectful ass.
Well, do something about it then.
This week. I'm gonna fuck you up because I already know you got one of them little nasty. You got one of them little nasties over there, ain't it?
She in traffic.
Yeah, she on the way, huh?
Man, you finna try to put that old baby bat up in.
Hold on. I take my antibiotics from the bird. Don't put my motherfucking shit out talking about what the fuck going on over here, man.
Damn,
Shit's clearing up.
The antibiotics, huh? What you got that amoxicillin and penicillin?
No, bro,
shit?
we industrial over here. We done been through some shit.
Damn.
So you got to think about it like this. When you spend your early life not knowing if you're going to make it because of the situation you live in, you fuck anything.
Yeah. But then, see, you got to be careful because you a nasty motherfucker.
It don't matter. They don't know that.
Well,
not till they get going, huh?
They don't know that.
I mean, but what?
They
don't see the what?
There you go. Put my business on the street side spot. There you go.
That's what I'm just saying. I ain't putting your business in the street, cause you know, me and you, we like this. But I'm just saying, you know, I've been trying to tell you all the time, man, be careful, cause you so motherfucking nasty. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never known
I've been telling you since day one, Thunderbird, I'm allergic to condoms.
Because you meat to meat. You meat to meat.
I'm talking about skin to skin, baby.
Oh, so you ain't doing no protection, huh?
At all.
So you must trust who you fucking with.
That front door one is locked. That's all I trust.
I mean, cause like, you know, all the shit that's going on now, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's like playing Russian roulette.
Let me explain something to you. We done been through chicken pox, smallpox. We done been through rubella, rickets. A little itchy dingling ain't gonna do nothing to me, man. A little itchy dingling ain't gonna do nothing to me, man. I'm talking about living in the bed with your whole body covered in a little white shit your mama put on you so you gonna spit yourself. Man, we done been through all kinds of shit. So a little itchy, little stanky little fish box ain't gonna kill me, man. I'm 50 years old.
But I'm saying, man, I mean, it don't bother you at all. I mean, what happened? What's gonna happen?
It do sometimes.
What's gonna happen if you wake up one morning and that little man muscle don't get up? Then what you gonna do?
You was fine until you got them start getting disrespectful like that. Let me explain something to you. You disrespectful some bitch. Don't you ever in your motherfucking life curse me like that. Because anytime this motherfucker don't stand up when he asks to, goddamn me, I'm telling you, Thunderbird, I'm gone out of here, man. I ain't no more good.
You ain't no more good.
Man.
So what
hey,
you?
I feel you though, boy. When that motherfucking muscle don't work, boy, it's a problem.
But I'm gonna tell you another thing. Me and Thunderbird talked about it today. He only work when it's an attraction. He don't work for no, you know what I mean, anything else. If it ain't something there, man, he ain't gonna work for you. No matter how much you pump him up for the game.
Hey, that's a fact too.
You gonna win? He like, nah. Yeah,
that's
you going on your own, man. You gonna be eating all night, nigga.
But what happened? What happened to her? What happened to her? And when she turned that old twat around, that old funk box ain't right. Then what happened?
Man, hey, my lord. It's that backdraft. That's what gets you. I'm telling you, it's that backdraft. Hey, Thunderbird, Miss Franklin, to you. That's why I make it a practice to keep my A shirt on when I'm getting down on it. So that's you can flip that shirt up in you can flip your shirt up in your mouth. You know, when you were little, you put the shirt in your mouth, pee a little bit, pee on your shirt, right?
Right.
Put your shirt up and hold up under your nose when you're in there.
So that will keep you from smelling that little funk box.
Yeah, because I ain't backing out now.
But see, okay, I know you nasty, like you say, you skin to skin. But when you meat to meat. So what about, man, when you hold them by the waist and hold? You
ain't supposed to do that.
Why not?
That's where you fuck up at. I'm gonna tell you. See, because once she gets you to hold on, guess what she got you? She got you. You hold on now. Now you're in that little bunking Bronco. That's when you pivot, foot is all off. You stag it up against the wall. Don't do that. What you do is, you ever cross kick the motherfucker in the face?
Yeah.
Like, you stand kind of like a little side shoulder width apart from him.
Yeah.
That's how you got to do that. Now look, Thunderbird, this the key to it. You got to have the wall close enough.
Okay.
Right? So
right.
You take your left hand, you put it up against that wall. Your left foot is that's your power stroke foot. That's where the power coming from. And you got to hold on with one hand, because if you ever hold on with two hands, you're going to be in there too long. She got you then.
She got you then. So you got to hit walls in order to be able to stand up in there. But see, that's the reason why. But see, I forgot. I'm talking to a man with 9 kids. So you've been holding on to both sides. See,
I'm talking about both sides. I go side to side. So see, these new niggas, they go in and out. I'm side to side with it.
See, that's how you got all them kids, motherfucker. I mean, huh?
Here's my place in life about fucking me to me. It's the risk. It's the double side. She's gonna get pregnant. She's gonna give you something. Either way, you're getting something out of
it. One just better than the other.
Yeah, one just better than the other. See, look, child support, you got that's 18, 20 years. Then you ain't got, if it's the other side, hell, that's a trip to the clinic, goddamn me.
So, but with that child, but with that child support though,
by the weekend.
But with that child support though, man, I feel like it's not fair. I mean, child support
it'll never be.
It'll never be.
Well, and Indiana is a woman's state, so you don't stand a chance.
I'm gonna tell you another thing. I'm gonna tell you what my OGs told me a long time ago when I first started going crazy about child support court. They said, "Nigga, all that dope you sell, you better get you an attorney because that girl ain't gotta go to court. The state is gonna always represent themselves."
Yeah. That's a
fact. The state she ain't gotta show up. How many times you have been to court and she ain't there, but they there?
Yeah, they gonna be there. They there for sure.
I'm telling you, OGs told me, he said, man, when you keep going back and forth to child support court, you better get somebody to stand beside you just like she got somebody to stand beside her, and they'll show up without her.
Yeah. For sure.
And they'll wipe your ass. They'll wipe your ass. You ain't got nobody standing there with a mouthpiece like the one I got me and Thunderbird talked about, the little black bitch I got.
Shit. Yeah, I'm so glad I'm through with that shit, boy. That shit.
Hey, but Thunderbird, what we talked about yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it's because it's a systematic development of the black fathers. That's all it is. From day one, when WIC, Medicaid, food stamps, when all of that was created in 1950, that's what it was created for. Because they found out that the black man in the household is more powerful than outside of the household. So now they get him outside of the house. They got all kind of influences that can influence his mind. They can get him off of any type of square being a responsible father in anything.
Yeah.
That's what it was systematically made for. I'm going to give you food stamps, Medicaid, and everything. You keep that nigga out the house.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
your rent going to be $8. Your rent going to be $8 in a 4-bedroom.
But he can't be here.
Yeah.
He better not be
your
here.
kid's father can't be here, though.
You remember how back in the days, how the women had Section 8, and when they used to come around and inspect, they used to hide your clothes, put them in the bag, and up under the bed.
Get your shoes and all that shit out of there so they know ain't no man in there. That's fucked up.
Yeah, they inspecting this weekend. You got to go.
Yeah, so they pretty much kicking the father out of the home and giving them girls free rent and shit, food stamps and all that shit. They basically living free, letting them live free to kick you out of the kids' life and their life. You know what I'm saying? That's why, so the kids growing up on fatherless, you got a lot of fatherless children. You know what I'm saying?
And then when the kids start going to jail and everything, then they blame it on the father.
Yeah.
How can you blame it on me and you put me out their life?
Yeah.
Yep, and this is another thing. This is another thing that's unbalancing the dynamics of it. It's because as black men, as fathers, we're always looked upon as the authority.
Yeah.
When your daddy get home, I'm gonna tell him you did this.
Yeah,
when your daddy get home, I'm gonna tell you did. So as far as being that person that can nurture and love on their child, you would rather for me to come over here and beat the shit out of him because of something he did when he was with you. When he was with me, he don't do that.
Right.
So now instead of me being the father that I want to be, I gotta be the father that you want me to be with. Going and knock that nigga head off. He disrespecting me. Okay, but that don't have nothing to do with me.
So every time they bring daddy name up, the kids get scared.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if your daddy was here, what would your daddy say?
Yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah.
My daddy ain't been here 20 years that I done been alive. What the fuck you mean?
Right.
And you wonder why I'm back and forth in prison.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
That's why I said, man, it has been.
A man plays a big role in these kids. You got to play a big role in their life, man, because.
And I'm gonna tell you this. That's why I'm glad now. a lot of judges, a lot of attorneys, a lot of states are realizing it's fucking equal, you dumb bitches. How the fuck you gonna take my money and give it to her when the same time I'm gonna take it? Thunderbird, didn't we talk about this?
Yep.
A woman, she can have a child, she can get that baby on adoption, she can do whatever she want to do to get out of that baby life. Soon as that nigga go down and say, I want to turn my rights over, guess what? Shit, turn your rights over to who?
Right. Right.
You can't do that. What do you mean?
But she can make the decision on whether she want to have an abortion or not. She got the decision on whether she want child support or not.
Without your permission.
Without your permission.
Yeah. If she go down there and say, as long as you sign that birth certificate, she don't need nothing else to go down there to file. Nigga, you could be sitting there and look up and get your check, and your shit, they be done took your motherfucking bread out your check, and you ain't know nothing about it. It happened to me. I didn't even know I was on child support. I just looked up, motherfuckers started just taking shit out of my check.
What we talk about, Thunderbird?
Yep, we did. Talked about all this.
What I tell you about the little dude called and asked me yesterday?
Oh yeah, you said your son. You said you ain't seen him since he was 9 years old. He 13 now. Ain't that what you said?
13. Ain't talked to him since he was 9.
And he called you.
He called me yesterday.
Yeah.
He called me yesterday. Hey, what's up with the child support?
Damn. But you ain't talked to him.
Ain't talked to him, ain't seen him. Last time I saw him from the bird, no. He had got hurt in the football game, Little League T-ball football game. He got his arm broke. So I was at the hospital. That's the last time I saw him. I ain't missed a child support payment. You ain't got to garnish me.
Right.
But at the same time, what place is it of his to ask me where something is? You see what I'm saying? But then, like I told Thunderbird, I couldn't get mad at him because it's what his mama is imputing.
Hey, that's what I was just going to say. That's what his mama around there talking about. Every day. Your daddy ain't sent no money. Your daddy ain't paying no child support. Your daddy this. Your daddy that. Your daddy this. Your daddy that.
Yep. And then when you get around, like I told Thunderbird, once you done brought it, once a woman done took a child in and out of a man's life, he's going to get set up for you to leave again. He's not going to give you 100% of your love or the love that he can give you, because at any time that lady can leave with you, and he ain't got a dog in the fight.
Right. Sure don't.
So what sense does it make to get attached to something that a woman can easily walk away from? She can walk away from you because it only benefits that child if you're around. And she don't want that. They don't want the power couple of a couple that's not in the same household. Co-parenting. That's what it's about. Yeah. So if you can't benefit off of me, just like splitting taxes. If I can't share how the kids and you had a kid, it's something wrong. I'm benefiting you because I take care of my kids 365, and you get one check out of the year, $6,000-$7,000 because you done claimed them, and now you don't know me.
Yeah. Yep.
Ain't that
You're not putting me in a better. You're not putting me in a better position to help us. Whereas if I was a giving man, which most men are providers and protectors, they're going to give you their last if it involves their children, regardless of what type of situation you have with her. He's going to swallow his pride. My kids need this. Fuck that bitch.
Yeah,
but at the same time, a woman is not going to reciprocate that back to a man.
Nah,
because women, what do we talk about, Thunderbird? They stay in competition.
They stay in competition.
They're not about in power. They're about in competition. A woman, if she's 35 to 45 years old, she's in competition with her 22, 23-year-old daughter.
The thing is, like, why women can't get along with each other, man? Like,
they can't get along.
They just don't want to.
Man, it's just
if it don't benefit them, they're not going to do it.
That shit's fucked up, though. Like,
yeah.
It's like females just can't get along with each other.
They can't. They can't.
What the fuck's that about?
You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is they can't get along with each other. But when one of them was the side piece and knew you had a main old lady at home, she dealt with that. She was okay with that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then now that you trying to get them to get along because you do have kids by each one of them, they're not going to do that. Yeah. They're going to say, that ain't none of my child, that's your child. As long as my child taken care of, I don't give a damn about the other one. You see what I'm saying?
It's men that have step kids who take care of their step kids like they did their real kids.
Yep.
And there's some women out here that do that. But it's a bunch of women out here. This INDEP, this independence. This world wasn't built on independence.
This world wasn't built on independence. It wasn't
at all. And the thing is, it's the fact that it's so many things out there. That's why I say the woman their thing is attraction. They want everything attracted to them. They want men looking at them. They wear the smallest outfit, and then at the same time they'll tell you they can't raise a man.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's when they need your help when that little nigga start acting up. Now they calling you to get his ass in line.
Yeah, but Thunderbird, how many mamas from the 60s and 70s raised strong ass black men?
Shit,
all
of them.
Every now and then, like they said, you had a Jezebel.
Yeah.
That was putting these kids out here and didn't give a damn about them, didn't want to raise them.
Yeah.
Every now and then. But them 60s and them 70s, man, them parents was there, man. I mean, them mothers
Single
was
mama,
there.
it didn't matter.
I mean, seven, 8 kids, 2 or 3 different daddies, if not the same daddy. But I mean, they stood beside their kids, man. Yeah. These women now, if they ain't benefiting off their kids, half of them don't want to have nothing to do with their kids.
Not at all. If it ain't financially beneficial for them.
See what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Ready to put him out at the blink of 18, he get kicked out. Ain't giving him a chance to be a man. But that's the image. That's exactly what they want. Because I don't care what nobody says. As many times as you done seen this world, and how many times done went up and down for justification and empowerment of women and women's rights and all this and that. You're not making it equal rights for men either.
I mean, but then just like we were saying, just like we was talking the other day, look at all of the things that they have for women, and look at all of the programs. Look at the programs they have for men. They don't have nothing for men. All of the programs they got, just like we was talking about the Excel Center. That wasn't for men. That was for women.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That was for women. They don't have many programs for a man, man.
Man, the Boys and Girls Club, man, that wherever happened to that shit?
See, that's what he was talking about.
What happened to that? Like, I don't hear nothing about that no more. I know we was coming up, it was all about the Boys and Girls Club.
Yep.
Power Club, he was in something.
Yeah, the Power Club, all that.
And that's what me and Peanut was talking about. He said, man, they don't have nothing.
We don't have enough libraries in the communities, like especially our post. Now where they tore Oak Tree down there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why not put a library right there? You know what I'm saying? It's a perfect
because they got the cafe right across the street. You know.
Yeah, but this the thing about that. Everybody can't go to that. You got to go through all this certain type of shit that you got to go through to even be able to go there on a regular basis. A library can provide a lot of resources for people. You know, it's a lot of people in these projects outposts that don't have computers, don't have internet and all that shit that they need to try to further their education and all that. They need to be able to go to the library and do stuff like that. They don't got laptops and stuff at home. So you can go to the library, get on the computer, you know what I'm saying, get your resume together and all that type of stuff. But
look, this is what we was talking about the other day too. Just imagine if something happened to the internet, or the phones or whatever. How many of those kids can go in the library and actually look up something that they looking for? They don't know the old system.
Well, that's why we need more libraries, because that shit could happen. You know
it can happen.
That shit could crash.
It can crash in a minute now.
Shit. We lost.
And it goes both ways. Because here's the problem. It's a lot of parents they get caught up in going to work, caught up in, their day-to-day life to provide for their family. That instead of them getting into a systematic routine of doing something, providing, because we think about it, we didn't have financial literacy classes. We didn't have anything dealing with credit scores. We didn't have anything like that. That's the main source of our misinformation as a black community. Because some black communities, they don't believe in looking forward to the future because of where their environment is.
Right.
So instead, what they do is they go inside themselves to make themselves provide for their family, whether that be stealing, selling drugs, or whatever. When instead of just like the generation of my kids, most of them, they was raised on video games. So they run around here with guns and clothes, hanging off of them and talking about this gang and this and smoking this and that. Yeah. Whereas when my generation was coming up, the young men that's in their 40s and 50s, They saw their father go to work. My number one dream when I was young was to come home in a uniform with my name on one side and my company name on the other side.
Right. Right.
Providing for my family. Whereas once I got older and I realized after I had my first child what type of system it was run downtown. Or I thought, now mind you, of course, all of us done bumped our head. I ain't giving this bitch nothing. Hey, man, fuck her. I ain't giving her nothing. But at the same time, it benefited us to go along with what they wanted us to do.
It did.
Because in the long run, it, like me and Thunderbird talk about, it made us appreciate how much we was making an hour at a job, how valuable we were to this company. Because I know that with this check, I got to provide for this child. Not only child is not in my house, but my girl might have kids.
Right.
So therefore, I'm not attached to the money financially. I'm only upset about the whole systematic development of it in itself. Because it puts you at such a disadvantage where you don't, if you're working 40, 50 hours a week, you only get 8 hours a day to work, 10 hours a day. You're supposed to sleep within that time, eat, and socialize.
Right.
So something's going to be lacking.
That's what, and we talked about that because see, my grandmother, she was evangelist, and she always say, God split the days up into 24 hours. You're supposed to have 8 hours for work, 8 hours for refreshment, means spending time with your family, sitting down, having dinner together, and 8 hours for praising Him. Ain't nowhere in there where it said man's supposed to work 10 to 12 hours.
Nope.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And if you work 10 to 12 hours, then you taking away from something else that's important. Yeah. Whether if that's you coming home, being a father to your kids. Yeah. See, that's the reason why a whole lot of these kids getting in trouble because man is so greedy. Man want money. So all these big companies, they looking at the dollar amount. Yeah. So the only thing they want you to do is to come in. So now you got third shift. You got second shift. So while you working trying to provide for your family, your kids at home basically raising themselves.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Latchkey kids.
That's for sure. I mean, and then I came up like that. You know what I'm saying? Where, shit, my old man was in the service. Like, shit, he wasn't hardly, I mean, he was there, but he'd get up in the morning, go do his little shit in the army and come back home, shit, after he eat, shit, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. He tired. He laying down.
My mama working all day. She come home late. By the time she get home, we sleep. You know what I'm saying? So, like, shit, I wasn't even hardly seeing my parents. So, shit, I pretty much raised myself.
And then when you doing that, it's easily for the people around you or the people in the streets to influence you on doing anything else because now you already mentally know what your dad gonna do, what time he gonna come in to go to sleep. You already know your mama at work and what she gonna do when she come in to go to sleep. So in your mind, mentally thinking, I can do this and get away with it. They won't even know.
I got away with a whole lot of shit.
You see what I'm saying?
I was taking my mom's car. She be sleep, she works so much at night. I mean, she come home so late at night. She sleep all through the day. Pop's gone. I sneak in the room, get her car keys. I'm gone in her car all day. I know what time she gonna wake up. She wake up every day, 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I be already back by then. She don't know I done been gone 3-4 hours in the car. All morning, I'm gone in her car. No license, nothing. 13, 14 years old.
The been on Miss Johnson, how while she at work, now you standing up in her daughter.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Now you stand up in Miss Johnson's daughter, come Miss Johnson at work.
Well, we had some good times.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I know how it go.
Hey, shit. It's going down.
Shit. You over there, you tell my man, come on, let's go play basketball. One of your partners said, well, man, I got my son right now. Motherfucker 14, 15 years old already with a kid. Cause he was stealing his mama car and going over Miss Johnson house.
DP.
He said that.
DP had the baby shit. We freshmen in high school, he got a baby shit. Damn near 1-year-old baby. You
Damn. A freshman in high school.
I was a senior in high school. My nigga was born. First child, senior high school. No college, no nothing. You ain't going to college. You sitting here taking care of this boy.
Yeah. So it put you in that.
That's exactly what I did.
It put you in that. You got to be an adult as a child. You know what I'm saying?
I've been an on-time father ever since that day, man, because I made up in my mind. Sometimes, and it goes both ways, just like we was talking about earlier. When sometimes you can be raised in a black household with both parents, and that one parent ain't right. That was my situation. So instead of me growing up and acting like the niggas in Gary, going around acting like he was acting, of course, 'cause there was a big influence. back then. Everybody sold crack in Gary. Everybody had a gun in Gary.
Yeah.
But instead, it was a little harder going to school and doing what you're supposed to. And I thank God every day that my mama moved us back here where we was from at the right time. Yeah. So, but unfortunately, I was already stamped with the shit from there. I didn't come back with the stealing and all the other bullshit. I came back with, I'm trying to fuck your daughter, nigga. I don't give a fuck what. I'm waiting for her to call me or page my little beeper, nigga. When she pays me, I'm coming over there. I caught the bus. I would walk. I wouldn't give a fuck, nigga. I was on 30th in college, nigga. And I walked from 30th in college to 19th in Warman, nigga, over some skirts.
Hey, it'll make you do that because I done walked me a long ways for that
Thunderbird,
shit.
Nigga, I done walked from Wishart Hospital when it was Wishart to 24th and Park, nigga, over some skirts, nigga. Walk, nigga.
hey, that's just it's a bad motherfucker, ain't it, bro?
That cat me to make you do something, man.
That's a bad motherfucker, I'm telling you.
And your mama said you better stay away from me. Look, man, mama, I don't know what you talking about.
But man, you just don't know. What you talking about ain't got nothing to do about what that little girl doing to me, boy. That girl doing some tricks at an early age.
Yeah. I'm talking about early, mama. I don't know what you talking about, but these little girls out here, they on something else, and I'm going with them, goddamn it. I like what I'm going with them, man. That's what I said, man.
Shit they got on them is some good shit, boy. I ain't gonna lie.
And that's why. And it took us to that's why I can't fault my nephews and my little cousin. I can't blame them for the mistake that they make it. The only thing I can tell them is it's not like it was when we was making our mistakes.
Right.
Yeah,
like as far as the repercussions of STDs and baby mamas because now baby mamas, they killing niggas. They not gonna bust your windows out, nigga. They gonna kill you.
They gonna kill your ass.
Yeah.
They gonna kill you.
They on that.
Yeah, so it's a whole different dynamic. Just like women, they want a nigga to take care of them. If you ain't paying all the bills, okay. If I'm paying all the bills, that means I'm never at home because I gotta be at work.
Right.
Yep.
So you rather for me to be at work providing for your lifestyle that you want instead of it being 50-50 and both of us benefit.
Yeah. See, this the thing too. Now that you say that, like, what's this thing like? Are we wrong for wanting help with the bills and shit? Like, is that are we wrong for that? I mean,
it's not that we wrong for that, but guess what? They don't expect that. They don't expect us to say that because we haven't said nothing this far. Because think about it, the men that we grew up watching, just like I just said, man, they work all day. Guess what your mama doing? Your mama in there cooking. She got the house clean. She got the clothes up.
But they not doing that. They not doing that these days. They not doing that.
You know why? It's because that's why me and Thunderbird talked about the women's liberal movement. When they want everything in power, they want everything equal. That took a twist. But turn somewhere in there, because being paid the same amount as a man is different than I don't need you in your kid's life, or I don't need you in my house.
Right.
That's a different term. Because at first it was I want equal pay as him. I want to be treated like him.
Yeah.
I want to. So now that you predominantly got that, now you're saying, okay, I don't need you no more. I got a rose. Yeah. I got a toy. Yeah. I don't need no man in my life. When it's not made like that. Mm-hmm. You're supposed to need each other.
Yeah. But you know, my
so
mama.
Many women out here. There's so many girls like, I'm a boss bitch. I'm a boss. Okay, boss. You have to have masculine energy to be a boss. Don't no man want to go out here and fight with the world on things that he cannot control and come home and fight with his wife on being a boss.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But you know, it just time.
I just feel like, man, it like, especially in this day and age, man, it really takes,
two.
It takes two, man.
It takes two.
Now, if you rich and you know what I'm saying, and you a millionaire or a billionaire or whatever, and I ain't got no problem with it.
But that's what
we living normal lives and we got normal bills and we out here struggling. Like, don't make me struggle the hardest while you chilling. You know what I'm saying? And you could be bringing something to this table.
But see, the whole thing is they sitting back counting your pockets.
Yeah, for
sure. They trying to count your pockets. But then, like I was gonna say, back then, it was a difference than what it is today. Because you know what my mama told me? Back in the 80s, this early 80s, she was working at AT&T. She worked there 30 years and retired. Mm-hmm. She said she could take 2 of her checks and pay all her bills. Mm-hmm. And the other 2 checks was her checks. Yeah. That was her money.
Yeah.
But that was back then. Back then, like I said, she was making, like I said, in 85, she retired in like 2001. So in 85, my mama was making like, she's making like $13, $14 an hour.
Yeah.
That was a lot of money back then.
Back then, for sure.
You see, that was a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, you know, her rent was like $380 a month.
Oh, yeah.
Her car payment, you know, when she bought that Monte Carlo, you just think about it. She bought a brand new Monte Carlo off the showcase room floor, and her motherfucking car payment was $149 a month. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go get a, what the fuck you gonna get a car payment for? You can't go to a buy her pay here now.
Like, they paying people 14 something now.
You see what I'm saying?
But
And
rent
they
is
still-
$1,500.
$1,500.
You know what I'm saying? So that shit don't even add up.
So that's
bro.
what I'm
Like,
saying.
Like after you pay all your bills and all that shit for the month, if you making that type
in
of
the red.
money, you in the red $500-600 every month.
Yep.
You gotta move bills around just to stay going. You know, you gotta pay your light bill a little later, and hopefully you could put a little something on your gas bill and pay your rent. You know what I'm saying? You gotta kind of finesse the system to survive.
But see, that's why I was trying to tell my mama, because, you know, when I started making this, when I first started construction work, and you know, you got to do it. The black man had to come in as an entered apprentice.
Yeah.
But the white man, he be grandfathered in.
Yeah.
So he come in making top pay.
Yeah.
I got to come off like I'm coming from a temporary service or something.
Yeah.
But when I was making $19, my mom was telling my mom, Maurice, what you do with all your money? Mama, you retired, so when you retired, you was making $21 an hour. God damn it, I'm just started working, I'm making 19.
Yeah.
Back then, like you said, you could take 2 of your checks and pay all your motherfucking bills.
Yeah, you know.
I can't do that now.
Yeah, the inflation, man, bro,
Shit.
shit's so high right now. It's just crazy.
Man, I went to the grocery store last week.
Yeah,
I
did too.
swear to God, I didn't buy no meat, not one piece of meat in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I bought fruits, because like I told you, I'm trying this diet shit.
Yeah.
I bought nothing but fruits, and I come out that motherfucker, my bill was $100 with nothing but fruit.
Yeah.
I didn't have a pack of lunch meat in that motherfucker.
Yeah. I just did that shit the other day. Hey, I went to the store the other day, spent about $150. Man, came out that bitch, I didn't have shit.
I didn't have, and I'm just looking. So on my job, you know, I work for a meat place. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say the name because you know how they are. But I work for a meat place, and it's like, and it's like, I come in there, motherfucker, and I ask them, like, we ain't even getting 40 hours. We ain't even getting 25 hours a week. You see what I'm saying? But I'm sitting back wondering, like, man, this time last year, man, we was banging. I'm talking about, I'm working 60, 70 hours a week. I'm getting at least 10 to 20 hours overtime. But I sat there in the parking lot before I went in about them goddamn fruits, and I see people just pushing their baskets out. So now I'm looking in the grocery baskets. I am. You know what I'm saying? Just paying attention. Don't you know, I looked in damn near about 30 people basket when they walked past me. And every last one of them, I didn't see no meat in the motherfuckers. The shit so goddamn high, we can't afford it, Peanut.
You gotta
we
really
can't afford it, Peanut, man.
You gotta.
Hey.
Go ahead, bro.
My motherfucker, you remember I be telling you about my uncle, right?
Yeah.
And he, you know, we done linked him up with all kind of shit for elderly people. You know, Gleaners, nigga, they get this man vouchers. And this nigga can walk in, man, he can get enough food to have a motherfucking small restaurant just for him. So much motherfucking lead quarters and bacon.
And you know where I work at, we had some of those people. We had an order for Gleaners.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, so it's so many, we was talking about how many programs it is out here that benefit women as a whole.
Yeah.
But it seems like you have to get at a certain age. You have to get at a certain age, you know, like in your senior citizens, you have to be older, which means for basically your whole adulthood life, regardless of what financial situation it is, because sometimes it falls back on deprivement of education. Some men don't succeed in finding a job because they don't have the education. Yeah. Some men don't have the drive, which means the people that's around them, they not doing nothing with their life. So which means in turn, instead of you going to somebody that's going to build you up, or that's going to help you, that's going to empower you, that's going to give you some training, that's going to give you something, what do? It's only one thing for you to do: go back to the street.
Mm-hmm.
So then, as you start having children by women, guess what they're going to depend on? They can't depend on you because you don't have nothing necessarily to give them.
Mm-hmm.
As far as, because we talk about this, a father, he's only loved if he gives something.
Right.
Yeah, and that's
you
the
got to
fucked
give
up
something
part.
to get love.
Yeah, it's like you got to be doing some shit. You got to be doing something.
Whereas a mother, that's why women, they walk around here talking about, I do it on my own. I can go get it on my own. I don't need, because you're getting assistance from somebody somewhere along the way. Now, that's like, again, that's not to say that he's doing everything that he can to provide for you, because he may or may not be, but it's got to be because of one of three things. He don't have the education, he don't have the will, or he don't have the resources. One of the three. Because any natural man that cares for his kids, I know niggas that collect cans to provide for their kids.
Yeah.
I know niggas that work 2 jobs. Whereas the woman, again, at no fault of her own, because it's being her gender, she has certain programs. Let me tell you something. I give you $600 a month in food stamps. I give you $800. I give you this amount in child care. Yeah. Okay, so what am I here for? Yeah. So that means that my money is doing what? It's going to her car note, her rent, or whatever. Now here's the flip side of that. She would have the car note and the rent regardless of the kids.
Right.
Anyway.
So basically the kids are paying her to live there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's what it boils down to.
That's exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how many fathers do you know, speaking of myself, who has custody of his soon to be 18-year-old boy, because he was 12, I had him. How many fathers do you know that take their baby mama downtown for child support?
Shit, not a lot.
They not vindictive like that.
Nah, men ain't cut like that though. Like,
as long as I got my child.
Yeah, like I had my kids, man. Like, I never asked their mama for nothing, no money, no child support, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It just like, I feel bad to be trying to ask them for some money, but
for some money.
I feel you should at least try to send something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me turn you down.
Yeah. That's just like me. Now, you know, I've been here for years, you know what I'm saying? And my kids was in Mississippi and in Chicago, you know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, like, I would get them during the summer. Yeah. And I can have them for 2-3 months. And I'm still paying child support. It's still going to their mama. But not one time did their mother say, well, okay, but since you got the kids, I'm finna send you this money back. Yeah. Not one time.
No, they keeping
that.
They
keeping that shit. They keeping that shit, bro.
That money.
I didn't get none of that back. And then they want to call you. They want to call you and get the audacity and get mad at you. They taking the money right out of my motherfucking check. Yeah. Now what they do with it? And then I had a motherfucker to ask me about well, I ain't got my check. I'm like, well, what you talking to me for? You the one went downtown to get child support. Yeah. So what the fuck you calling me for? Because they still taking it out my motherfucking check. You see what I'm saying? Came out. I don't know, and then they gonna say, well, what type of man are you that they taking money out your check and you don't even inquire about where it's going? I didn't inquire you to go down there to get my motherfucking money. Nope. So what the fuck I look like trying to call down and see where this money going, where that money going? Fuck that.
Hey, I know I'm not getting coming out my check. That's all I'm worried about. They got it. Hey, talk to them on when they gonna deliver it.
When you gonna get it? Yeah. I gave it to you.
They'll break it down to you what you done used up and what you owe.
Cause in a minute, cause when you in the heated argument, what she said, well, I'm just gonna let the court system deal with you. Hey, okay, fine. That's what you did. That's what you did. So now they got your money holding on to it.
In some situations, you want to go through the courts. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, I mean, in certain situations, you better off going through the courts. You don't even have to deal with all that. You know what I'm saying? The arguing, all that. Hey, the court's gonna handle it. This what they saying I gotta pay. I'm paying the shit on time every week or whatever, however it's going. And me and you ain't got nothing to discuss but about this child. You know. And
then I'm gonna tell y'all something else. Peanut and Boo, man, look here, Ski, man. We, like you said, we as men, we don't go back and tell motherfucker, well, he did this, he did that, he did this, he did that. We don't go back and tell a motherfucker what a motherfucker did to us.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because to us, it's embarrassing.
Did you dirty?
It's embarrassing to even have to talk about it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But them women, they will go tell Jesus and everybody else on you, bro.
Oh yeah, they're gonna talk about it.
You see what I'm saying?
They'll tell whoever listens.
I mean, I done had some foul shit done to me, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? When it come to my motherfucking kids.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But then I was the type of father, I mean, even though they got their child support like you, Peanut, I know you do it too. We still, after we pay child support, we still go out of our pockets and do what the child support system don't ask of us. And when we do it, they say that's a gift. That's not a gift. Yeah. That's me being the father to my motherfucking child. Yeah. Now, because y'all gave her this money and she decided to go do whatever the fuck she want to do with it, you see what I'm saying? Yeah. That's her business. But my child called me and said, well, Daddy, I want this, or Daddy, I want that, or Daddy, can I go here? Daddy, can you pay for me to do this? And we still doing it. Yeah. We still doing it.
I mean, my kids ask me for anything, you know what I'm saying? Man, shit, I'm gonna give it to them. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's some shit I know they need and they just not on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You know, if I got it and I can spare it, I'm gonna look out for them. You know what I'm saying?
Here's my take on raising kids. Me and Thunderbird, we always talk about this. If it ain't balanced, it ain't gonna be right. You can't have a father or a mother, because some fathers is just like a deadbeat ass woman. Yeah. Some fathers they insist on their ex or their baby mama doing everything. Yeah. And then when it comes out of something critical, then they want to be involved. Yeah. They show up and then you want to show out and then you want to act this way and that way. Yeah. When it shouldn't be like that. And then you got people who raise their kids the right way in spite of the relationship with their ex. Yeah. And just say like me, get involved with somebody. You're not asking this lady to take on any type of mother responsibilities with your kids, and she do it anyway. Yeah. She take your special needs daughter to get her nails done, her hair done, without you even asking. Yeah. And then when your child go home, your child mama gonna say, "Who did that for you?" And then as soon as your child say that name, that baby mama gonna be like, "What the fuck? You got this bitch hanging around my door?" Okay, I need to understand. Yeah. If you're not here for certain things, and me and you are not communicating for whatever reason, then don't be because guess what? If I wasn't able to be in my son's life and you was with somebody who was responsible to treat him like I would treat him, I wouldn't oppose to it.
I'm gonna respect that.
I tip my hat to you. Yeah. But as far as me being in my children's life, they don't need a stepfather at all. You can marry whoever you want to, but he won't be a stepdaddy because they got a daddy.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
He's going to be your spouse.
Yeah. But the same thing. The same thing you saying, Peanut, it's the same thing it was told to me. You know, well, you don't have to do nothing. He got a father now. Yeah. How is that this motherfucker 20 years old? Yeah. I wish that motherfucker had came 20 years ago. Right. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, just anything to try to to try to discharacter you as being a man.
And you know, some women are devious, man, and they try to do certain shit to try to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Try to hurt your feelings and shit like that. Like, I would, you know, my dude, he do this and that for him. Or, hey, more power to him.
But then they get mad when you nonchalant and they find out you don't have no fucking feelings toward that bullshit. Yeah. Because if you tell me
I done been through that. Like, hey, well, such and such bought him some new shoes. Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
But see, I'm gonna tell you the reason why.
Shoes too. You know
I'm gonna tell you the reason why I am the way I am, because when I dated women that had kids, I did for their kids like they was my kids.
As you gonna do for your kids.
But see, and the reason being, my mama was with a man for 39 years. They never bought me a pair of socks. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And I always said if I was put in that motherfucking position, I wouldn't be that type of man. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I still got slapped in the mouth.
I just ain't like that though. Like, man, I'm going, man, if my girl got kids, Christmas time coming around, all that shit, man, what I look like not getting her kids nothing.
You see what I'm saying?
Birthdays and shit like that, bro. That shit ain't cool. You know what I'm saying?
I've been divorced with my ex for 5 years. 5 years. We was married 22 years. When my stepson went to prison, they gave him 12 years. He ain't talked to his mama. He calls me and I put money on his book just like he back at home. And I ain't talked to his mom in 4 years. She ain't seen my face in 4 years.
Yeah.
I get my kids every other weekend. My son live with me, but my stepson is in prison, and he still has communication with me.
Yeah, that's because he know he respect you and you was there for him. He know, man. Kids know who to call.
They know who to call.
They cannot, man. Your son cannot talk to you for 2 years, but when he get in a situation, he gonna call you.
He know that I'm coming.
He know you gonna come.
He know I'm coming.
Yeah, he might
Like
have a little attitude with you, might not want to speak to you for a year or two, but when he get in a jam, a real situation, he know daddy, he know you gonna be there for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the same way with the men from the bird talk about in spite of the fact of what me and the mama going through, because we definitely ain't gonna ever see eye to eye, thank God. That was some shit that, like, we talk about the devious women shit, the going out with your girlfriends and the girls' night and the weekend and everything. In the meantime, I'm with Thunderbird working 60, 70 hours a week, paying a house note, paying, you got a new truck, I'm driving a piece of shit ass Monte Carlo. Ain't nothing, you don't do shit. You get 4 disability checks a month, plus I'm paying all the bills. So what do you know what I mean? Meantime, that idle time, being with your girlfriends, your single girlfriends, we going to this trip, we going there. Go ahead and go with them. Meantime, I'm at home, working my ass off, freezing. Goddamn, me in the freezer. Then coming home, and now all of a sudden that it's over with. Now you trying to make it seem like I'm that nigga. Hold on for a second. I'm the nigga that I've been in your life longer than your daddy had. You don't even know your father.
Right.
I ain't never put my hands on you. I ain't never raised my voice. You ain't never disrespected you. Ain't never had no girl come over your house. You ain't never had no bitch pop up with no kid. You ain't never heard me. I ain't never gave you no STD. I ain't never been. Bitch, you talking to the right one on the wrong day. So when I tell you I don't care that I don't care about you, I don't. I don't care.
But then you know what, Peanut?
You can walk in the club. You can walk in the club with 50 Cent on your arm, bitch. I wouldn't give a goddamn. Because of your character.
Yeah.
It's what type of person you are.
Yeah.
But then you know, but the thing about it is, when people hear women, I ain't gonna say people, when women hear us having the type of conversations that we having now, they'll say we in our feelings.
And then this is what I was just going to say too. Hey, you kind of took the words out of my mouth, and I was just going to say though, like, we not bashing women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't want you women to think that we bashing y'all. We just talking about situations and stuff. So like, we not bashing women. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I love women. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you wrong, you wrong. You
wrong
know what
is
I'm saying?
wrong, right is right.
Wrong, right is right.
And there ain't no other way of looking at it.
Yeah.
I mean, like.
And then you got deadbeat daddies and shit. Like, it's motherfuckers out here that need to be talked about. Like, nigga, it's some bum ass niggas running around this.
And we gonna get to them next.
Shit,
niggas out here riding 4Gs and ain't got no insurance on their life for their kids.
Yeah.
All their kids.
Yeah, for real though.
And
like, some fucked
wearing
up
ball
niggas
mane and
$300
shoes and shit, and your child can't even spell his name. He's 13 years old.
Right.
Yeah. That type of shit.
We're gonna talk about them too.
We're gonna talk about them. I don't know why they think they got away, but we're gonna talk about them too. Cause just like we say, how we been over backwards for our motherfucking kids.
Yeah.
You know, we sacrifice a lot of shit. Just like you. How many pair of 4G? How many set of 4G rims you have?
Shit, not one.
All right, I don't either. How many you got, Peanut?
Not a pair.
Okay, but then our kids don't want for nothing. Now, even if they do, it's just because they ain't talk to us or ain't asked us for it.
Or it's just some shit they just want.
Or they just some shit. And you be like, man, I'm not finna get that type shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not buying that.
It's either a need or a want. Which one do you have?
Yeah. It's a difference.
Yeah.
It's a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Because I get you all the things you need, and then
we'll talk about that shit you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get that later on.
Yeah. Because
like I said, it's just the fact that it's becoming apparent. Like, it's so many. Me and Thunderbird talk about. I got this thing called facts, where everything I'm saying is you can Google it. As far as what done happened 5 years ago and now with the women. And we talking about black women.
Yeah.
We talking about pure black women because that's who the three of us 90%, 95, 99% date. That's who we interact with. That's who we've been in relationships with. Black women.
Right.
That's where my facts are coming from.
Right.
As far as who's doing what. And it's not the men.
Mm-hmm.
Not far.
Yeah.
It's not. Because here's the thing. If one nigga, if you made the mistake in having a baby by a girl and she took you through hell, and say your partner did the same thing and she took him through hell, and she come across this new nigga. Now, mind you, 3 niggas, 3 kids, and they all took her through hell. What is that saying about that woman?
She attracting the same type of niggas.
Yeah, or it's her.
Exactly.
It's her.
It's her.
Right.
Whereas if it was the other way around, and you had 3 kids by 3 different chicks, and none of the bitches wanted to fuck with you, what is the problem?
It's you.
It's you.
And that's the basic premise of black people in our society: accountability.
Accountability.
Yep, that's a fact, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Are you accountable for your actions when you're not with your? Because that's how it all fucks up. The likes and the loves on Facebook, the smiley faces in the heart.
Yeah.
Then you jump into the instant message. That's how it all fucks up.
Yeah.
When instead it should be a boundary set from the beginning that nobody should cross.
Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm.
But instead it gets twisted around. Whereas now the women is, I don't need you, and the men is, I'm going to use you for the benefit of me.
Yeah.
Because if you don't need me, guess what? Then what else could you want me for other than fucking?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So then when I don't give you the time of day after that, now you feel some type of way when you see me with somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do that with you. I'm not gonna bust your windows out when you pull up at the club with another nigga.
Right.
For what?
For what?
For what?
Yeah.
What we done had, baby, it's over. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And like, you get a lot of niggas though, like when they break up with a woman, or they split or whatever. Some niggas can't take that shit. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas will prank the fuck out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But shit, man.
But 9 out of 10, the nigga that done pranked out is the nigga that done took all kind of penitentiary chances to keep that motherfucking hoe happy.
Oh yeah,
and regardless to whatever he do,
feel betrayed.
Feel betrayed, and regardless to whatever he did, it wasn't enough.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
You know
that
why?
be the one that want to bust her motherfucking windows out. That be the one that want to put hands on her.
Because since day one, nobody, no man, nothing ever created has been able to completely keep a woman satisfied.
Yeah,
right.
That's for real. Yeah.
No, she wears makeup to cover up something. She wears waist trainers to cover up something. She wants to be her sexiest that she can as an appearance, basically as a facade. Mm-hmm. Now, take for instance, women with the wigs and women with the lace fronts and the body things like I just said. Now, if you just go ahead and let yourself be whatever you're gonna be instead of being something else, then that'll probably keep you something attracted to you. But when you get to peeling off this shit and get to wiping that makeup off and get to, come on now. Yeah. Now, if a man was to come in, he got a whole wig on, he snatch that off. He take his waist train off, his whole belly hang out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now you ain't attracted to him no more. When you gave him the facade, when he gave you the facade that he was something else, the same thing that you do to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when they overseas, you got your ass done. For what?
Yeah.
That ain't, no man want no woman going overseas to get her ass done. For what?
Right.
Not no black man anyway. For what you going to get your titties done for?
And then here's another thing too, man. Like, you go on Facebook, Instagram, and whatever, and all you see when you scroll is women twerking,
shaking their
bodies and shit. You know what I'm saying? Then they get mad when the nigga
want to fuck.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
They get mad.
Yeah, like
how you gonna get mad when that's what
you promoting that?
You showed me all this shit. Now you got my fat ass lusting.
Yeah.
Then when I come up and tap you on your shoulder
and
say, "Baby, why don't you give me some of that pussy?"
Yeah.
Now you feel like I'm disrespecting you.
Yeah.
But this what you been wanting me to.
But what type of attention you think you gonna get when you doing that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you are what you attract.
Yeah. What type of attention you think you gonna get? I'm being honest. Like, what the fuck you think a motherfucker gonna want?
And then when he come up and say something about that, that's all you men want. All y'all want to do is try to have sex with a motherfucker. Then you talking about, well, I got bills to pay. Well, bitch, you had bills before you realized you had a pussy. You were born with that motherfucker and you forgot all about it.
Yeah,
but now you want to show me this shit and don't want to give it up because mentally, all I see in you is pussy. Because I don't know nothing about you.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't even giving me a chance to want to get to know you.
Man, women, like, it's just crazy the way they are now. It's like, man, they was like that in our time too. Freak all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
They gonna come back and slap them in the face.
And a lot of you women is scared about this Freaknik documentary coming out. You know what I'm saying? They, hey, I'm safe. I didn't go to Freaknik, but the ones that did and was turning up, Hey, y'all might have a nice little cameo in there.
That's just like I put on Facebook. Y'all worried about this freak nigga. What about this back page? Goddamn, gonna come out.
That back page too. Yeah.
The women 25, 35, 40, they competing with the same girls that's 22, 23 coming up.
Yeah.
Because one thing that's gonna gain value is a man, because a man generally is going to mature his financial status between the ages of 45 and 50. He's going to mature basically maxing out where he's supposed to be financially. A woman, as she gradually gets older, there's not one thing that she can offer a man other than sex, because guess what? He don't need company. 9 times out of 10, he don't need nobody to sit there and talk to him all day.
9 times out of 10, motherfucker don't even want a motherfucker around like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because you don't work your ass off to get you somewhere, and then you have somebody who whole upbringing basically was, no, a man's supposed to take care of you. Look, think about this. How much of a percentage of your check of your annual income is supposed to go for her ring? And then when you get married, what do you get? You get a washer from a washing machine.
Yeah.
Meantime, she got 2.5 carats on her finger.
Yeah.
But you get a washer.
Yeah, straight up. You get a little wedding band, and that's it.
You may get a couple diamonds, not because some girls, they go above that. Again,
you get some women that's gonna lace you up, but you really gonna get
the women who go above and beyond for their king.
You gonna get a wedding band with a few little diamond chips in there.
You gonna get some clusters. You ain't gonna get no solids. You gonna get some clusters.
You gonna get some clusters. Yeah.
You gonna get some fucking diamond chips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get no solitaire. You ain't gonna get no princess cut. Yeah, you ain't gonna get no 3-piece, nothing. You gonna get a 2-piece and a possible.
Yeah, you gonna get that shit that nobody else want. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? But then then they get mad at us because we different. You know what I'm saying? We've been taught all our life that money is gold and silver. You see what I'm saying? I mean that's what generates the money. But then see, the reason why they don't want you to give them no cheap shit, because if the shit don't work out, they want something that they can go sell or pawn.
They want to pawn that shit.
But then you get some shit like my granddad and them had. When my granddad and grandmother got married, they rings was actually made out of some silver spoons. The handles. Yeah. They took the spoon handle and made a ring out that motherfucker.
Yeah, bent that bit.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but see, these women nowadays, they can't take that to the pawn shop. Yeah. They can't sell it. They ain't gonna get nothing for it. You better have some diamonds. That's what they want. Because they say, if this don't work, at least I got something out of the deal.
Yeah. They want to be able to get some type of bread out of that shit. And they ain't gonna let you get it back. They don't want you to give it to no another motherfucking bitch.
Girl, I'm gonna get some out of this nigga. Girl, got me another one, bitch.
Yeah.
Peanut, man, look here, man. When you gonna come in, man? We want to sit down, goddamn.
I ain't fuck with you, Thunderbird. I'm on probation.
Yeah, man. You need to get in here, man. Chop it up with us, man. You know, it was good. It was good. It was good talking to you, man.
All the time, man. This is my guy, man.
Thunderbird.
Man, we got to get in so we can do facts, man.
Yeah. So yeah, man. We gonna get you in here, get you live.
Thunderbird tell you. Anybody want to goddamn it contradict anything I'm saying, I invite you to Google.
Hey, well, check this out, bro. Tell the people your name and everything.
My name is myself, but my friends call me Peanut. They call me the Naptown Nut.
Okay. We got the Naptown Nut, man. We appreciate you getting online with us and
all day
sharing your thoughts with us.
What up, man?
Fuck you, side sock motherfucker.
Man, look, man. We gonna get out of here, man. I'm gonna holler at your ignorant ass later, man.
Love, peace, and chicken wing grease.
Yeah, all right, hey, till next time, my dog.
Later.
You know it, y'all be easy.
All right.